After, you know, of course you use them mops, you know, and, you know, that'd be just like muddy, dirty water. And we get that off there, and then when they played basketball, well, there's one spot over, oh, a little bit off of there's a dead spot in the floor anyway. They come dribbling a ball down, hit that spot, and thud, it just stayed there.
I remember people talking about that dead spot on the floor.
Yeah, and that, I remember our boys knew where it was, you know. You know, of course, in them days, you know, a jump ball, you know, well, you never, you know, you had to go out in the middle of the floor and jump. And of course, nowadays it's a lot different, you know. You got an arrow point one way or the other. Nobody ever heard of a 3-point
No.
basket at that time, you know. And a high score at that time would be only about 20, 80 points, or 18 or 20 points. That would be a high score.
Was Pete Morgan the coach?
Yeah.
Okay. I think kids liked him.
Oh yeah, Pete was a good guy. I remember we was at, I don't know, at a game down at, what the heck was it? Broadhead, I think it was. And of course, young Nelson, he was there, you know, and he says to the referee, he had beady eyes, you know, they close together, you know. He says to him, are you beady-eyed S.O.B.? And he called it technical on the crowd.
Oh, he did?
Oh, yeah. Oh, Pete was mad. Oh, gee. Who in the heck? And then Young did that, you know. I talked to Janine about that incident one day up here, and all laughed. No, no, my memories of Argyle here, well.
Well, we're trying to preserve them.
Yep, that's good.
You know, with the help of some of you, you know, seniors.
Yep.
And we hope to, you know, preserve your memories and pictures and things like that.
That Clayton Watkins there is a walking historian.
And we've talked to him a couple times.
Yeah. He can tell you things about here, you know. He knew where everybody lived in town here. Remarkable historian, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He used to come into Irma's every morning. We'd sit at the same table and eat, you know. Well, then he went to that assisted living in Monroe. I don't know what they're doing with his house, or I suppose Diana's taking care of it. Or,
I think so. Yeah.
see, Phyllis, she was a senior and I was a freshman. Watkins.
Oh.
You know, and she hasn't changed hardly a bit. And, you know.
No.
And, well, she's I'm 82, and she's got to be 85 at least, you know.
Yeah.
Well, what else was I going to tell you? I'm running out of ideas.
One thing, I think, when I think of you, Arleigh, I think of the East Wyoda Church, which is the oldest operating Norwegian Lutheran church in the United States.
Yep.
And do you have any particular memories of the church?
Oh, there's where I was baptized and I was confirmed there. Wilhelmsen, Pastor Wilhelmsen, he was the minister there at the time, and then when I come up to confirmation, G.M. Gunnarsson was a pastor then. So I was baptized and confirmed, and you walk into the narthex and you look at that wall and you see the 90th celebration of East Toyota congregation, and I'm sitting in the front row with my sister Eleanor, and I think I'm the only survivor left.
Hmm.
You know? Oh, my mother, she got that picture. I got that picture downstairs, and she wrote on the back that she knew everyone that was there, and I forget now how many was there. This Otis Olson, he was a photographer. I could see him above the church with that shroud over his head and taking the picture of all us members of the congregation at that time. And I believe I'm one of the only ones left.
So about what year would that have been?
34, I think.
Oh, that was 34.
Yeah.
And it was 90 years old at that time.
Yeah, I was 90 years old.
And then we, was it 2 years ago, we reopened that time capsule.
Yep.
And weren't there some of the original kids that had been there to witness that came back to,
Yeah, I
to
was
see
one
the,
of them. Yeah.
who were the others?
And I think it was Don Pfister and Bobby Roode, and there was one other one that was there.
There was a lady there, wasn't there?
I'd have to look at the picture. With that time capsule, you know, that was in the papers, and then it was damp, you know, and wet, you know.
Oh.
And they took them up to the parsonage and dried them out, you know. There was papers from South Wayne there, you know, and the Norwegian paper, what do you call that? Norwegian paper. I know it's in my head, but there was I think four newspapers that were in there. Now when they put it back, they put it in a PVC pipe
Oh.
and put that underneath when they cemented that back in again. I can't remember. Didn't they have somebody out from Monroe to set that stone back in place?
Yeah, we had to get a crane to
Yeah.
take it off, and then to put it back
Put
in
it
place.
back on again, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, all the charter members that were on that plaque, you know. Yeah, I can see Henry Dallin sitting there on the north side of that stone. And of course, he's the one that made them chairs, you know. Henry Dallin, H-O-D, everything he cemented he put on H-O-D. And I know Charles Wong, hard on dogs. That's me. Oh, yeah.
Well, I forgot to mention when we started that I have an appointment, you know, in a little bit here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe we need to wind up.
Wind up,
I think
okay,
so.
doke. Well, I'm glad I could help you out if I did.
You did.
Yeah, just the little stories and yeah, just
We
Just-
wa- yeah, we wanted to talked to someone who kind of knew about the farming in the area.
Yeah.
And you've got a long history in farming.
Yeah, sure do, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Well, we raised our 3 kids. We lived in a mobile home, and we lived there for 40 years. And when we sold the place, why, we had to sign over the mobile home to the new owners of the farm. Now that's down by the state line, that mobile home.
Oh, they moved it, huh?
Yeah, moved it down there. They sold it, you know, and
Okay.
yeah.
the new owner sold it, and then they moved it down there, and that's, Dickie Scotton's boy, I think, lives in it.
Oh,
Yeah.